My name is David Birdsong. I'm a captain, paramedic, hazmat tech for the City of North Richland Hills Fire Rescue. Been with the department for 13 years now. So the incident that I was personally involved in occurred when I was about 10 years old. I had an aunt and uncle that did not have any kids. So as a nephew, it was a privilege for us to go visit them. You got spoiled and pretty much got to do whatever you wanted. So this particular weekend I went to go visit them. Unbeknownst to me, he was an alcoholic. And so a fight broke out. I was placed in their game room to isolate myself from my aunt and uncle having the verbal confrontation. That then rapidly escalated and became very physical. And so being in the other room, I could hear every hit, every slap. I could hear her cry for help and knew that things were not going well. When the incident was over with, he then retreated to the bathroom to take a shower, I guess to cleanse himself. And then she came in the room with me and called the police. I remember seeing her battered and bruised body, her face, her lip and nose were bleeding, and of course she was very disturbed over the whole incident, crying and just kind of a mess at that point. It really impacted me knowing that another human being could do that, especially a man towards his wife, be as physical as he was towards her and her being defenseless. So as a 10-year-old boy with a heart to battle and to do what's right and defend people, it was very difficult for me to be there and be just totally helpless, knowing that he was 3 times my size, knowing that I could not get out of the room because they locked me in, and just have to sit there and endure what I was hearing and eventually what I would actually see. It was a struggle that continues to linger with me today. It affects me when we go on these calls for domestic abuse, any of the traumas that we witness out here in the field within the city and helping our community members. I have those flashbacks to those days, and it just, again, like I said, it just drives me to really do what's right for the patient, to do right for those individuals that are in those horrific environments. As unfortunate as that incident was that I witnessed when I was 10, it strengthened the resolve that I had to learn and be better when I grew up to become a firefighter. And in doing so, I learned the body language, I learned verbal cues, I learned to survey my environment to see if there's any signs or symptoms of potential domestic violence within the house. I'm more compassionate, sympathetic, and empathetic at the same time for those individuals, given that I've seen that happen to my own personal family member. And so it's definitely strengthened my resolve to provide the best possible care, not just on the EMS side, but to support our local police department. So when they formulate that for the crime scene part of it, to strengthen their case so they can prosecute the suspect if that's the direction it goes. So for those that are out there who are seeking a career in firefighting, fire service, you have to understand that when you arrive on these scenes, you cannot be in the attack mode. My personal experience has led me down that direction. I get all fired up. It's like, all right, we're going to go to war, and this guy hit this lady, and I'm just going to turn loose. And that's not the right approach. As I've learned and I've matured through the years, doing this job, you have to have that conversation with both parties, him and her, and you have to understand what's the basis of this. Unfortunately, a lot of times there's things going on behind the scenes that we don't witness when we're there. It could be financial, it could be marital, it could be something with the kids. We all face those crises and we all deal with them differently. So as a young firefighter, you have to come into it with an open mind. Be observant of your surroundings to make sure you're keeping yourself safe and maintain that distance from the parties you're involved with to make sure you don't get pulled into something that would be bad for yourself, cause injury or death to yourself. But we have to also educate. Nowadays in paramedic school, they do a better job of educating us on domestic abuse and the resources that are available out there. I know in the city of North Richland Hills, we've had one of our police detectives come and discuss with us the programs that our city offers. And we have her direct cell phone number. So if we run across this case at 2 o'clock in the morning, we can call her and she's Johnny on the spot. She'll respond, she'll take care of the family, she'll take care of the individuals, and she'll get them in the right situation, the right counseling that they need at that point. And so for the young folks that are coming on board in the fire service, it's all about educating yourself and then being prepared for when you arrive on those scenes.